And now that's done. So that is the faster way to do it if you don't want to deal with that. You're totally good on that. Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everyone. Jason here, and this is our Beach Head replay walkthrough. So right now, we've gone through the first phase, and we did a lot of the other phases. We're kind of dancing around here and doing them as they come up because you don't have to do these phases in order. Remember that. So let's clean up phase 2. We need to construct a scanner room, come to the aid of a stranded life form, and explore a crashed freighter while also going to the second rendezvous. So let's go make a storage room in our freighter. So this expedition, the more I go through it, the more I realize this is almost like a greatest hits expedition. So they call it a replay for the Beach Head. It's not really. The only thing that it has in common with that is that it has the Normandy in it. Does not have any like of those missions. I've kind of gone back through and looked at it. It's kind of just a mishmash of different expeditions kind of thrown together. But I like it. It's really, really fun. Just kind of like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird. Let's get up here. Need to make a scanner room. So if we go over here to the green stairs, this is where our building area is. And let's make a scanner. Scanner room is going to take 60 silver, 30 gold, and 1 ion battery. So we have all that. If you don't have that, I would highly suggest going over to the space station. You can get all that. There we are. Done and done. So let's accept that reward for that. And we're going to get So we're going to get 4 Starship Shield or inventory slots, a Supreme Launch Thruster upgrade for our ship, powerful Pulse Engine upgrade, and planetary charts. That's what we're going to need for our next steps. That's why we want to do this now. There we go. Let's put in our inventory space. And now we have those charts specifically right here. It says a planetary chart. It's a red one. It'll find a distress signal. You can use, if you want to, you can use your signal booster, but I would highly recommend using these charts. They are really easy, and they mark exactly what you're going to use. So let's fire one off. So distress signal detected. It should mark a pilot, because if you have a mission highlighted, it will try to find that mission, whatever that is. So right now we're trying to find a pilot to help. Look around for my ship. There it is. Let's jump in here. I'm going to try to organize my my inventory a little bit. Oh yeah, we got our launch thrusters. We need to put that in our ship. There we go. We'll put our shields over here. That way we can kind of get this stuff going. All right. We also got a pulse engine. So there we go. That kind of works out well. Kind of going through here. Oh, we also have a mining beam module. Oh, we don't need that. We'll save that because we already have 3 mining beam module upgrades. All right, where did that marker go for our pilot? It's up here. All right, on this planet way over here. So let's head on over to this one. As we're flying through, I'm looking at my inventory. Let's take this out. We're gonna need this later on. And I mean, you don't have to leave your charts in your freighter. You can put it wherever you want. I'm gonna put it there. All right, we're gonna land here, and it seems like I've run this a few times. Oh, we have our aviator. We flew 1,000 units in our ship. You'll eventually run into that just randomly. But I've played this a few times now. And I've noticed that this mission is always the same. If you're doing the milestone, it will always give you the same pilot to help, for lack of a better word. So they always need help with a specific thing. Ooh, look at, he has a solar ship. That's pretty cool. So when you go over here and talk to the pilot, it should be this same mission. It might change, but I have a feeling you're going to run into the same exact mission that I will have. So let's talk to the captain. No idea what's going on here. I can't understand you. The Viking seems both raged with exhaustion and inconsolably furious. They are unsteady on their feet with the disoriented manner of someone who has flown for days without rest. Whatever or whoever they were pursuing doesn't seem to be nearby. Now, if you offer sustenance, you will fail this. Do not offer sustenance. Ask about their ship. Captain makes a vulgar gesture towards their starship, seeming to resent it for failing them. I am welcome to investigate it, it seems. So if you try to give them sustenance, they'll get pissed and then they'll just leave. It won't help them. It won't count. But if you do this, now we're going to need some antimatter for this. Let's put that in there. But if you fix their ship for them, it will count and you'll get the milestone completed. The ship is only lightly damaged. Its navigation still actively targeting coordinates in a nearby system. Judging from the movement of the target, it is almost certainly another ship. Perhaps only one hyperdrive jump away. A cursory examination reveals both the launch thrusters and hyperdrive have been drained of fuel. It seems a simple tank. Empty tank is the source of the warrior's frustration. Seriously, dude, you just ran out of gas? Well, here, we're going to fuel both with one antimatter. We just made our antimatter. Both the launch thruster and the hyperdrive are now fueled. The ship is fully prepared to navigate directly to its target coordinates. So now, before you leave, talk to this pilot one last time. Captain roars with thanks, gifting me a generous portion of their cargo. Their ship is strong again. Their target's cowardly flight has come to an end. The Viking's eyes glitter with bloodlust. All right. You go on, buddy. You do it. So we just got that. We're done. So that is a mission completed. Let's do that. We got recovered items, supreme movement upgrade, a jetpack upgrade, and multi-tool inventory slots. Nice. So we can upgrade our inventory for our multi-tool. There we are. And now, we have a jetpack upgrade. Let's put that in. Beautiful. And we got these 3 recovered items. You can just open them up and they'll give you random items. So this gives me some pure ferrite. That's okay. I don't even know what that was. And some cadmium. You don't need this. If you want it, you can have it. But I would highly suggest making that into chromatic metal. Mining beam module. We'll save that for later. We're going to sell that. So now our next milestone is explore a freighter crash site. Oh, wait. We got our flying for 100,000 units. Let's do that one. We got a Supreme Pulse Engine upgrade ×2, navigational data ×10, and launch auto charger plans. So we got that. We have our Pulse Engine modules. You know what? We'll get rid of one of those and we'll put one in there. So now we have a Pulse Engine going on there. We can get rid of our cadmium starship trail. This just makes your jets red when you fly. You can get rid of that if you want. Speaking of that, let's get the cadmium in here. Make some more chromatic metal. And let's go. So we need to find our crash freighter, right? This same chart, the red one that does a distress signal, will also find a crash freighter. So let's fire that off. And if you have your mission highlighted, remember, have your mission highlighted. That way it's trying to find that thing. It should mark one for you. It did. Where is it at? Oh, it's over here. So that is where our crash freighter is. It's 1 minute away. Nice. I'm going to fly up a little bit. That way we can go fast. The higher you go, the faster you go. But remember, if you go outside of the atmosphere, you'll go really fast and you might go right over it. Oop, like I almost did. So let's land here at the crash freighter. We're going to have to activate this thing. Not just land here and leave. You got to activate it. So let's land here. And there should be a log in a emergency beacon right here. Log extraction complete. Let's read that log. Date stamp 2902. Life goes on day after day. Delivery after. I hope to go home soon. The life of a blank is not for one like me. Date stamp 2994. Multiple sentinel energy signatures detected. Require immediate something. Dropping out of warp. They're sentinels. What are they doing? Date stamp 2916. fighting each other. The Sentinel ships are engaging each other. They're ignoring us for now. Date stamp 2998. The Sentinels have departed. The distress signal nearby. Broadcasting 16 on repeat. I'm gonna take a look. And that was it. That is the beginning of Polo. All right, so we get that one done. Easy peasy. Let's do that. We got our Supreme Scanning upgrade, Salvage Hyperdrive upgrade, Salvage Fleet Beacon, and Fleet Fuel Unit. So we got a whole bunch of upgrades, and we got some upgrades for our freighter. Now, you don't need any of these. You can totally either sell them, or if you want to, you can install them into your freighter. However, I'm going to use it to get nanites because I can buy upgrades with that. So let's go to the space station real fast and get this going. What's our next move is go to rendezvous number 2. Construct a double cultivation chamber. Let me look. Do I have Mordite? I do have Mordite. So let's refine our Mordite. We're going to need Fecium. So we remember in the first episode, we killed a whole bunch of animals and we got Mordite, right? You're going to want at least 100 Mordite. Because if you refine Mordite, it turns into Fecium. So we refine that down. It goes 3 to 1. It takes 3 Mordite to make 1 Fecium. That's why you want a whole bunch. We need 25. So technically you only need 75 if you want. But I like to be cautious. Let's go to that space station real fast. Let's see if they have any good upgrades here. And I'm going to sell some of the upgrades I'm not going to use. So, oh, it's over on the other side. Oh, no, right there. Let's get in here. Now let's go over here. We're gonna check with the most important upgrade you can get for this expedition is a hyperdrive hyperdrive upgrade for your ship. So let's do that real fast. And we're gonna purchase, but instead of purchase, we're gonna sell. And we don't need that mining beam. We don't need the scanner modules. And these are all of my my freighter upgrades. Again, if you want to use them, totally use them, but I'm going to sell them to get some nanites because we need to get some money going here for upgrades. Now let's buy some upgrades. Let's see what they have. A C-class hyperdrive, a B, and an A. You know what? I'll buy an A and a B because we need some hyperdrive upgrades. And there you go. We have our milestone for 4,500 nanites. Easy peasy on that one. So let's install our upgrades here. Easy peasy. Let's see what that one does. So we want to put the best one in our supercharged slot. That's the one right there. All right, we also have a pulse engine module. We could sell that one. Well, you know what? We'll put that in here for now. There we go. Pulse engine will be useful later on. And we should be good. Now, while we're here, another thing to get... Oh, yeah, let's accept our reward for our nanites. While we're here, one thing to get now that we have our navigational data. Remember, for flying 100,000 units in a ship, you get navigational data. We got 10 of them. Let's come over here to this desk, the cartographer. Now, you're going to need ancient data sites or ancient alien sites later on. Not right now. We don't have to do that right now, but later on we will. So, while we're at the space station, and I'm remembering it, let's exchange for specific charts right here. And we are going to grab the planetary chart for alien cartographic data. That's what we want. Let's buy 10 of them. So we're going to need those for later. Don't worry about it now, but a later milestone will need those. So that's why we bought a whole bunch of those. So we have upgrades for our hyperdrive going on here. Let's make a double cultivation chamber at our our freighter now that we're here. So if you don't want to go to your freighter, we can just go in here to space, and then if you press down on your D-pad, all the way over here to the summon, we can just summon our freighter wherever we want. There you go. So you don't have to worry about flying back to it, wherever that happens to be. Let's go to our expedition here, and we're going to do the double cultivation chamber. So you could do any of the construction for your freighter anytime you want. I'm kind of doing mine piece by piece as we go through these phases, but if you want to just sit down and do all of this stuff at the same time, you can totally do that. I just know that I'm going to slowly collect all my resources, so I don't want to try to fire this all off at the same time. So let's make a double cultivation chamber. We're going to need silver, oxygen, and Fecium. Remember, we just refined our Mordite into Fecium, so let's pull that out. So here we go. And specifically, it's 60 silver, 35 oxygen, and 25 Fecium. Put that down. And there we are. The air we breathe. I installed a double cultivation chamber. We're going to accept the reward for that one, which is going to be biological room expansion plans, nutrition room, and collection of plantable seeds. So basically your farming stuff. Nothing that's going to help us on this expedition. So we are done with that. That's all good. So we are set. And speaking of that, let's see what else we have to build. Teleport chamber. Let's try that. Let's go to a teleport chamber right here. We need antimatter and an amino chamber. We need to find an amino chamber. So we're not going to find that here. We can make it later on, but it's going to take a lot of resources. So I would highly recommend, while you're in a space station, just look for an amino chamber. Go talk to some pilots, and sometimes you'll get lucky and they will sell one to you. But while we're here, let's just go to rendezvous number 2. We installed our upgrades for our hyperdrive, so now with our ship, we can jump all over the place. That is one of the big advantages of using your ship instead of your freighter, is that you can get upgrades easier, and you can just jump really, really far. That's going to come in handy later on, because we're going to need to find 8 undiscovered systems, meaning no one has ever been there. No other player has seen the systems. That is very, very hard on an expedition, because all of us are here. So millions of players are out there looking for different star systems. It's going to be tough. So let's go over here to rendezvous number 2. Actually, you know what? Before we go to rendezvous number 2, because we always warp in right next to the space station, let's go to the space station. Because we're right here, right? Another thing, did I already do my 50 asteroids? I did, thank God. If you have not done your asteroids, there's a lot of times the asteroid belts will appear right next to space stations. So it's always a good idea to hang back and get your asteroids right before you go into a space station. Don't need any of this. We can keep all these though. And we don't need these upgrades. I mean, if you want to use them, absolutely. And we don't need the nanites, so I will use that upgrade. We don't need this sentinel weapon shard, so let's get rid of it. So if you use a bolt caster, the sentinel weapon upgrade will work with a bolt caster. It will not work with anything else. So while we're here, we're going to wait for some pilots to come in so we can get an amino chamber. Oh, wait a minute, right there. All right, they're already here. Never mind. They usually take a while. Let's talk to these pilots and see if any one of them sell an amino chamber. That's one thing we're going to need. Get over here. Hello, Workgek. Now, all of the pilots are random. It doesn't matter what ship they have. They don't always have the same item. They're randomized. So there's people always are trying to find a pattern like, oh, look for shuttles. They always have this item or that item. No. Everything is random. If you reload the game, if I reload my save right now, these pilots will fly in and they'll have totally different items. So it's always random. You never know what anyone's going to have. Look at amino chamber right there. Boom. We only need one, so I'm only buying one. But yeah, I think we're good on that. But yeah, so you never know what they're going to have. Never, ever, ever. If anyone tells you there's a pattern or there's a specific... Nope, it does not. That never... Believe me, after doing it for hundreds of hours trying to find a pattern, there's no pattern. There's no pattern. Just check with every single pilot, and eventually you'll find one. Let's look for a hyperdrive, an S-class. I'll take that. So now we can get rid of our B. Move our A down there and install the S-Class upgrade right there. Boom. Beautiful. I think we're doing okay here. Our amino chamber. We're going to need that for our freighter. All right. Let's keep going then. We got our amino chamber. We got an upgrade for our hyperdrive. So now we should be good. Let's go to the rendezvous before we leave. Let's go to the rendezvous. Down over here. So we have to do the rendezvous, which is phase 2 rendezvous. And then we can do our... Oh, we can do our fleet missions. I forgot about that. All right. I can show you guys a very, very fast and easy way to do your fleet missions. Because it's very complicated. And it can take a long time if you do it the traditional way. The way they want you to. I'll show you how to do it the correct way. The legitimate way. And also the way to kind of exploit it so you don't have to wait around. If you're out of time or if you just don't like waiting for it, you can totally do it my exploited way. I have a feeling that's going to be our target right here. Yep. So let's land here. And you don't need to activate anything. It's literally a rendezvous point. So just go over here and get close enough. And we got it. Now, there is a building over here. Because we need waypoints. We need 5 waypoints, the save beacons. So let's go over here to this random building that's right here, close by. Oh, gotta be careful. Sentinels will come after me if they see me. But because I just saw a building on the way in. Oh, God. Really? Fall in the cave? Well, let's get out of here. There we go. Go across. Beautiful. Thank you. We can also, if you need to, you can grab some oxygen. Always need more oxygen. So if you ever see a marker for an unknown building, 9 times out of 10, it will have a save beacon. So just come over here and grab it, and we're good. If I look around a little bit, I don't see any other buildings around. Nope, no other buildings. So I'll just call in my ship, and we will get out of here. I don't want to deal with those sentinels. They are going to be impatient with me. So we did rendezvous number 2. Let's grab that real fast. We got 1,000 nanites, 160 quicksilver, and inventory slots for our suit. So yes, very good. So, and we also have phase 2 completed. That's phase 2 done. We get the Wayward Cube. This is a cool base building item that you can use. Oh, look at, okay, here you go. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Right next to the rendezvous, there is a planetary archive. If you have not gotten your amino chamber, come here because they will sell you an amino chamber at the planetary archive. This is very, very good because you don't have to worry about waiting for a pilot. Because every planetary archive has an upgrade merchant right here. A technology merchant, and they will have an amino chamber for you. So purchase components. Amino chamber right there. Done. They have all the high-level materials that you need for high-level blueprints. So if you need anything special, like dihydrogen jelly or anything, there you go. So that is right next to rendezvous number 2. I'm going to keep that in mind. That's a really good location. Right next to rendezvous number 2. Alrighty, let's go to our space, or not a space station. Let's go to our freighter. Because we can set up our fleet computer. Let's do that real fast. And I can show you the legitimate way and also the exploit. I know I keep saying that, but I want to make sure you guys know it's kind of an exploit. And they can fix this. So they might fix it. That's why I'm going to show you both ways to do it. If they patch it up and make it to where it doesn't work anymore, it's going to be a pain in the butt. However, we can use it now. So if you're doing it now, get it done now. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make a fleet computer. So if we go to a fleet command room, there we are. We need 60 silver, 40 gold, and 10 tritium. That's all we need to do. So let's pop down this room. And now we've made a fleet computer. You only need one. If you want to do more than one, you can. And I'll explain why you would want more than one. But we first need to interact with the fleet command room. Calibrating command post to new master signature. Success. Master profile indicates one supportive frigate available. Profile indicates no frigate fuel blueprints available. Download them? Yes. Teach me how to make fuel. So I've learned how to make fuel. And they give you one as a bonus. They give you 200 fuel. So now we're ready to go. We're ready to do our fleet missions. So let's go to our expedition. Let's do the complete fleet expeditions. This is going to be in phase 3. Now, what you need to do is on your big main computer in your in the bridge, you'll see this guy over here, the navigator. If you talk to him, he will send out your frigates on missions. Ah, Traveler Entity. Corvex is pleased to report exciting navigational research. Corvex has plotted new expeditions for your fleet. Well, let's view them. So this is where the time crunch kind of comes into play. All of these missions, you can send out your frigate. We have one by default. You can send out your frigates on missions. However, you see that? It says 2 hours, 25 minutes. That is real life time. So I have to leave and come back in 2 hours and 25 minutes in real life, and it will be done. This one is 55. That one's 54 minutes. That's a 3 hour and 19. That's a 2 hour and 21. So essentially, they want you to set a mission and then come back in 2 hours, and you'll be good. However, there is a way around that. So let's do this one right here. 2 hours, 25 minutes. We need to assign one of our frigates. We only have one here. We're assigned. And now we can equip upgrade mods for that thing. Don't worry about any of that stuff. That's if you want them to go on a hard mission, they need upgrades. That way they can survive. And then we're going to launch it. We need 50 fuel in order to launch it. So now they are on a mission. If you talk to the navigator again. Oh, sorry. We have to go talk to the fleet command computer right over here. So let's come over here and it'll tell you how long their mission is. Let's speak with the commander. There you are. So literally 2 hours, 24 minutes. All you have to, you don't have to do anything. You can just go do your missions, you go do your expedition and not worry about it. However, if you don't want to wait, if you just want to get that milestone done, you want to finish the expedition, the secret is go to abort expedition. Abort it. And now you have to debrief. So talk to them again after they come back. And we're going to debrief the commander, and it'll tell you their journey. Basically, day 1. That's it. They didn't have anything else happen because they were gone for not even a day. We're going to end the expedition. And now, we should be done. Yep, 1 out of 3. If you go into your expedition tab, we've done 1 out of 3 missions. So all you have to do, if you want to skip it, all you have to do is send them out. It's going to cost you some fuel. They give you 200 to begin with, so you don't need to make any extra fuel. You don't need to make anything else. But you do need to send them out, so I can't do that mission anymore because we aborted that one. Let's do that one. The second one. Send it out. Launch. And then we're going to go, again, we're going to do the same exact thing. Go back to your fleet computer, and we're going to abort the mission and bring them back. We're going to abort. And then debrief them. He's going to say, what do you want, man? It's like I was not even gone for a day. End the mission. And now we're at 2 out of 3. So it counts it as complete when your frigate comes back, even if you abort the mission. Let's do this one. Last one right here. Let's do the 3-hour one. Assign one. There you are. Launch them. And I didn't have to make any fuel. I did not have to make any additional fuel. That is all, that's all you need. It's just whatever they give you. Let's come over here. We're going to abort the mission. And then we have to debrief. Remember, you have to debrief afterwards. That way you can find out what they did. And then end it. And now that's done. So that is the faster way to do it if you don't want to deal with that. You're totally good on that. So now we also need to make a teleport chamber. So we need 3 antimatter, 60 silver, and 1 amino chamber. We bought that amino chamber, so we're good to go on that. But we need antimatter. We need to make 3 of these. So now we should be good. Teleport chamber right here. Install the teleport chamber. So we knocked that one out too. So I think that is the final thing we need to build on our freighter. So you don't need to do that anymore. So we have our phase 3. Collect that reward. There we are. We get frigate fuel, mineral compressor, explosive drones. This is all upgrades for your freighter. That's why they give you that. And then we have our cross infinity. We constructed a teleport chamber. We're going to get a technology room, which is another room you can build on your freighter, and a construction specialist room plans. So we're good on all this. We don't need to make any of this stuff, but it's cool that we have it. Now we have all these blueprints unlocked for us. And we are done. So, go back to phase 3. We need to chart 3 more waypoints. We need to go to an unknown building, and we need to hit those save beacons. So the easiest way to do it that I have found is when you go onto a planet, just fly to a planet, and if you fly low and slow, you will eventually find one. So let me just fly right down here. Random site right here. So it's kind of easier to see it during the day. But once you break the atmosphere, all you have to do is, as you're flying, remember, go low and slow. You have to let the game load in because No Man's Sky is procedurally generated. It's going to take a second for it to kind of register and load things in. But as we're flying, we're just going to scan. There's no building here. We're just going to keep going. And keep your eyes peeled because it might not register a building. Do another scan. I'm not seeing any buildings. Oh no! Come on. We'll just fly low and slow. We'll get our 3 buildings. We're just looking for unknown building markers. Let's fly over here. Low and slow. Slow it down a little bit. There's one over there on the right. You see that? It just marked that unknown building for me. Let's fly over here. And again, 9 times out of 10, most of the time, these will have a save beacon. Not always, but most of the time. Like, here you go. Here's a shelter. Gonna land right here. We're gonna get our save beacon. And now we're at 3 out of 5. And while you're down, you can also look around for any other building you can find, like this one right over here. That should be a save beacon right here, too. So you can just do this on foot as well. It's a little bit faster with your ship because No Man's Sky is procedurally generated. It means that maybe there's no buildings around. Oh no, here's one of the few ones that do not have a save beacon because it's an antenna. It's literally its own save beacon. So I don't know if this one counts. I don't think it does. So we are at 3 out of 5. Let's fire this off. I don't think those count. So these are beacons that will find a minor settlement for you. So if you're looking for a minor settlement, there you go. So there's another building right there. That should have a save beacon on it. But did it count? It did not count. So those don't count as a save beacon. Dang it. So that kind of sucks. I kind of figured it did that, but you know, you never know. Let's get up here. Back to our ship. So at least now we know where a minor settlement is, so we can fly over there. If we fly in that direction, we might find a waypoint that we can knock it out. Look at this beautiful grass. I love it. So let's get back in here. Let's fly. So we have our settlement over here. Oh, 5 seconds. Okay, that's way closer than I thought. I thought that was farther away. Never mind. Well, let's get down in here. Sometimes they mark them far away, so you're like, okay. Land on the landing pad, because if you land on a landing pad, it will not use your launch fuel. Let's look around for the save beacon. There it is. Let's grab that. And trading or miner settlements will also have your amino chamber if you're looking for one. Again, it's just like the planetary archives. You come over here to the desk, the technology merchant, and they will have the blueprints and also pieces. There you go. Boom. Amino chamber. They will always have an amino chamber because it is one of the elements you need to build a lot of blueprints. All right, we're going to do another scan, and boom, right there. I believe this is it, right? Yep, one more, and that's it. We have our last waypoint right here. Oh, we just went flying right through there. We're good. Hit that save point. And signs to nowhere. We charted 5 waypoints. Easy peasy. So let's grab that one. We got our submarine, our Nautilin chamber. We also got blueprints for the upgrades. There we are. Get back in my ship. Now the Sentinels are coming after me. The key to this is fly away as fast as you possibly can, because the Sentinels, they can't catch you if you're not there. Done and done. So now we just need to reach the 3rd rendezvous point, and then we have to discover ancient ruins. We got our chart earlier. Dig up buried items. Discover unknown systems. And rendezvous number 4. So let's go to rendezvous number 3 first. That'll be easy enough. We'll be able to knock that out real fast. And so we're slowly working our way through, and we're kind of preparing for our later ones. Specifically, we got the hyperdrive upgrades because we're gonna have to do a lot of warping, a lot of jumping in order to find the unknown systems. And we bought our charts earlier. Remember, we got the purple ancient alien charts. We got those at the space station already. Let's fly down here. We'll get our 3rd rendezvous, the Beach Head rendezvous number 3. We got our Humboldt drive. We don't need that. You can use it if you want to make the submarine. That is what that's for. I'm not going to use the submarine, so I'm going to get rid of it. You don't, anything I do, like I'm getting rid of all this stuff. If you're going to keep it the save after we're done, I would highly recommend using that stuff. I created a fresh save, so I don't really care about this save. If you're going to use this as your main save, highly recommend keeping that. Submarine upgrade is very, very good. So let's get down here. It should be a portal again. There should be a portal here. And I believe there is a red save beacon next to it. So once we get down here closer, it should pop up. Okay, everyone has their save beacons around here. And there's a storm happening, so you can't see a dang thing. Maybe not. All right. Well, we need to land somewhere, and we need to start our search. Oh, it's right in front of it. Okay, right there. Here's a portal. Land. Thank you. Rendezvous number 3. Done and done. So we got that one finished. So that's phase 2 and 3 done in this episode. 1,000 nanites, quicksilver, and inventory slots for my suit. I will definitely take that. So yeah, so our next episode, oh yeah, we also got phase 3. We got the fleet commander's cape for this expedition. There you are. That's phase 3 done. So in our next episode, we are going to basically finish the whole expedition. We got a lot of phase 4 done already. We need to find ancient ruins. We need to dig up buried items and discover new systems that no one has ever been to. That's going to be kind of rough. We're going to be doing a lot of warping. And then we have phase 5, which is going to be its own thing. These are all encrypted, but they're not hard to do. I will definitely go through some of these. There's one that's confusing. We have to go to the space anomaly, but don't worry. We'll get that knocked out in the next episode. So hopefully you guys liked the episode. If you did, hit that like button and I will see you guys next time.